Hello, my dear friends. Thank you so much for the huge success you have given for the last interview in our channel with Professor Dr. Paul Divakar Yesudian. என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்டு பால் திவாகர் யெசுடியன் சாரோடைய ஸ்கின் பற்றி பேசணும். அதுக்கு நீங்கள் கொடுத்த அமோகமான ஆதரவு அண்ட் யுவர் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் அண்ட் யுவர் ஃபாலோ அப் அதெல்லாம் எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. ஸோ ஒரு நல்ல விஷயத்தை பண்ணும்போது அது மக்கள் ஆதரவுங்கிறது ஒரு பெரிய ஊக்குவிப்பாக இருக்கும். ரொம்ப ரொம்ப நன்றி. ஸோ அதனுடைய தொடர்ச்சியாக இப்போது டுடே ஃபார் த செகண்ட் இன்டர்வியூ வி ஹவ் காட் அ வெரி வெரி ஸ்பெஷல் கெஸ்ட் டாக்டர் பிஜாய் எஸ்ஓ ஜான். அவர் என்னோட கிளாஸ்மேட், என்னோட ரொம்ப ரொம்ப க்ளோஸ் ஃப்ரெண்ட். அவர் வந்து இஸ் ஃப்ரம் த யூஎஸ். ஸோ அவர் ஒரு பெரிய பல்மனாலஜிஸ்ட், அதாவது லங்ஸ் ஸ்பெஷலிஸ்ட் அண்ட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ an இன்டென்சிவ் கேர் ஸ்பெஷலிஸ்ட். பட் இந்த இன்டென்சிவ் கேர் யூனிட்டில் பல்மனாலஜியில் அவர் நிறைய சிக் பேஷண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்க்கும்போது இந்த ரொம்ப சிக்காக இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு ஒரு முக்கியமான காரணம் வந்து லேக் ஆஃப் ஸ்லீப். அவங்க சரியாக தூங்குறதில்ல அப்படிங்கிறத அவர் உணர்ந்து அவர் வந்து ஒரு ஸ்லீப் ஸ்பெஷலிஸ்ட்டாக ஆகிட்டார். ஸோ அதில் வந்து அவர் ரொம்ப பெரிய அச்சீவ்மெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. அண்ட் he has written a wonderful book called Nobody is Sleeping. இன்ஃபேக்ட் nobody is sleeping, யாரும் இப்போ சரியாக தூங்குறதில்ல. ஸோ இந்த தூக்கம்னா என்ன, அதை பற்றி நம்ம சரியாக புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக தான் இன்றைக்கி ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் இன்டர்வியூ அவர் நமக்காக யூஎஸ்லேருந்து வந்திருக்காரு. தேங்க்யூ பிஜாய், தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் டேக்கிங் டைம் டு have a special interview for our channel. இப்போ இந்த தூக்கம் வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம் இல்லை விஜய். ஸோ இப்போது வள்ளுவர் கூட அழகாக சொல்கிறாரு, உறங்குவது போலும் சாக்காடு, உறங்கி விழிப்பது போலும் பிறப்புங்கிறாரு. ஸோ இப்போ நம்ம as we go to sleep we are almost dead. The next morning we are not sure whether we will get up or not. So the next morning is a new birth for us. So that's a very saintly statement given by Saint Thiruvalluvar இன் திருக்குறள். ஸோ இப்போ நம்ம அந்த ஸ்லீப் பற்றி தான் பேச போகிறோம். அண்ட் யூ ஹவ் டன் லாட் ஆஃப் குட் ஒர்க் ஆன் ஸ்லீப். ஸோ மை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின் வில் பி, வாட் இஸ் ஸ்லீப்? வாட் இஸ் அ குட் ஸ்லீப்? ஹவ் வில் யூ டிஃபைன் a good sleep?
Sleep is, we think it is very simple. It's actually simple but also very complicated. But there's many stages in cycle. If it's a stage of bliss, we are unconscious. Like you said, we don't even know whether we wake up state, but it is very spiritual, is restful, is magical. A lot of things happen. We heal in our sleep, we grow in our sleep, we resolve a lot of conflicts in our sleep. So it is good, so important for our physical, mental, emotional, all parts of our body are affected. So you ask the question, how do you know whether you slept good? It depends on how you feel the next day morning. In the morning when you wake up after 7 or 8 hours of sleep, if you're energized and feel rested, that means you slept well the night before. So that simple question I asked everyone, how do you feel in the morning? Are you rested or are you so tired?
Excellent. As you mentioned, what is the ideal time for sleep? You mentioned 7 to 8 hours. So is it mandatory that everybody should sleep for 7 to 8 hours?
So the rough estimate for all adults is between 6 to 8 hours. So somewhere along the magic number is about 7 hours. So we need that 7 to 8 hours for many stages and cycles to happen. It is always better to sleep from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. because a lot of good sleep or the sweet sleep happens early in the night, and the restless sleep happens during the early part of the morning. So that's why it's always better to go to bed early and wake up early.
Excellent. Because there is a misconception that, if you sleep for 4 hours peacefully, that's enough and all that. So it's not true. So you'll have to sleep for 6 to 8 hours.
So that is, I get asked that all the time. People say you can sleep when you die, right? So for those people, I'll tell them, your wish may be granted. So what happened is there are few people, that's less than 1% in the whole world, they have the genetic lottery. They only need 4 hours. So the classic example is Elon Musk, the inventor of the SpaceX, and also President Trump. They sleep very less, but they have compacted their sweet sleep into that 4 hours. They can function. Say the this information goes, that's good for everyone. That's not true. All of us needs somewhere between 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and a few percentage of people need, they call short sleepers. They are the exceptions, not the rule.
So the thing is, even if you sleep for 8 hours, the sweet sleep, the good sleep is only for 4 hours.
Correct. So
So that is very important. But you don't know whether you will, when that will happen.
Usually happens early in the night. So that's why, because as the night progresses, you get more REM sleep, and also the sun's coming out, more noise happens, so you are actually not very rested. So the sweet sleep happens somewhere between 10 p.m. till about 1 a.m.
Yes, Vijay, you were just mentioning about this REM sleep, which I have never understood. And most of the audience also will be puzzled about this REM, NREM. அதெல்லாம் என்ன ஒரு மாதிரி ஒரு complicated jargon அப்படின்னு நினைச்சிருப்பாங்க. What exactly is this REM sleep, NREM sleep, and what is this dream, and when we get the dream, and can you just elaborate in a simple way?
We will resolve this confusion once more. So the big misunderstanding or misinformation, everyone believes REM sleep is deep sleep. That is not so. And the word REM stands for rapid eye movement. So there is the eye muscles are moving and the diaphragm is moving. Rest of all our muscles are paralyzed in REM sleep. But actually, if you look at the EEG of people in REM sleep, it's almost like being awake. Your brain is very, very active. That's when memory consolidation and also a lot of dreams happen. So we are resolving all the conflicts. That's why if you have depression or any forms of mental illness, they have some sort of problems in the REM sleep because not very restful. So the restful sleep is the non-rapid eye sleep. So that's actually, there are 3 stages: stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. Of that, the stage 3 is the sweetest of sleep. That's when your mind and your body is completely rested. So if you see the brain waves in stage 3 non-REM sleep, it's very slow and tall. That's when you are completely rested. So in the morning, how you feel depends on how much stage 3 non-REM sleep you have. They just sleep for 7-8 hours, and if they spend a lot of time in REM sleep, they are not rested. So this is the confusion. Once we're also, for your listeners, if they learn one thing today, they should feel REM sleep is not as restful as stage 3 non-REM sleep.
Excellent, Vijay. Thank you so much for clarifying this, because all along we have been believing this REM sleep or the REM sleep is the deep sleep, and that is the best part of the sleep, but it is not true. So the NREM or the non-REM sleep is the best sleep, and that is the sleep where the mind is switched off.
Compared to the stage 3 or non-REM sleep. So that's the sweetest sleep.
So as a person goes to bed, and when he will start sleeping, and when will he go into REM sleep, and when will he go into non-REM sleep, and what is the sleep pattern generally for everyone?
Question. So like I mentioned, stages and cycles, it's about 90 to 120 minutes a cycle, and that repeats like 3 or 4 or 5 times the whole night. So we enter sleep through stage 1 non-REM sleep. That's when it's called slow eye rolling. But you can be easily awakened from that. And then stage 2, we spend a lot of time in that. Still, it's not very restful. That's about 50%. And then we go into stage 3. And then after that, about 90 minutes later, we enter REM sleep. So then we rotate back and forth, which it's very simple. Go to bed and wake up. It's not so. It's multiple times we are going in and out. That's the beauty of this sleep. So, and the chances of getting awake is also common during the stages of that night. So cycles and stages, 90 to 120 minutes. And once you go to sleep, it takes about 90 minutes to go into REM sleep.
That is the alpha and beta waves of the EEG. Yes, Vijay. அப்படி பார்த்தா nobody is sleeping 100% peacefully. Like sleep is like uniform rhythm கிடையாது. So you sleep, and then you wake up, and then you go into deep sleep, and then go to superficial sleep, and deep sleep it goes on and off. But are we conscious of all this?
No, we're actually unconscious. Except there are a few sleep disorders like REM behavior disorder, where people act the dreams, or in small children, people walk in their sleep, and sometimes people talk in their sleep. So other than that, we are completely unconscious.
Exactly. With that, you mentioned about the children having sleep disorders, and even in your book you have mentioned that even male and female have different sleep pattern. Like men and women have a different sleep pattern, and children have different sleep pattern. Is that so?
Correct. So when you're younger, you have more non-REM sleep.
Yes.
So that's why it's heat disorders like, sleep terror and night walking is more. You see, grow older, we have more REM sleep. Then by the time we reach 70 years, as our brain shrinks, our sleep is completely worse. But so that's why older adults are not sleeping much because of the lack of chemicals, because of our brain is shrinking.
Okay, beautiful. இதுதான் இப்போ சொன்னது தான் ஒரு ஃபேமஸ் போயட் கண்ணதாசன். யூ would have told in a poem, காலமிது காலமிது கண்ணுறங்கு மகளே, காலமிதை தவற விட்டால் தூக்கமில்லை மகளேன்னு. ஸோ எ ஃபாதர் வில் பி சிங்கிங் டு த டாட்டர், அண்ட் இந்த யங் ஏஜில் நீ நல்லா தூங்கினாதான் இதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து நீ போக போக உனக்கு வந்து தூக்கம் குறைஞ்சிரும் அப்படிங்கிறத யூ would have told. Even though he is not a doctor or not a scientific person, he has revealed that. So such a wonderful thought.